Hello, welcome to my Pokemon Shield Nuzlocke. This is going to be a 5-part series documenting my journey through the Galarian region. If you want to know when each episode's out, make sure you hit subscribe and you'll get a notification telling you that the episode has dropped. Nuzlocke rules are pretty simple. I basically have to go to each area of the game, and the first Pokemon I bump into in that area is the only Pokemon allowed to catch there. I can't skip Pokemon. If I kill a Pokemon or it runs away, that area is gone. I can't catch anything else there. Once I've caught a Pokemon, if that Pokemon dies in battle, I can't revive it. It's dead. I have to release it. So I get to choose my Galarian starter here. I did a vote in my Twitch chat to see what we wanted to get, and we voted for Score Bunny. I put the naming out to the group. We have to name each one to build a bond with it, and they chose the name Blaze, which I think is a pretty good name for a fiery rabbit. Now that we've got Score Bunny, the biggest challenge of the game is basically keeping it alive. We've just got to not let Blaze die at all costs, which means A, catching lots of other Pokemon to use as cannon fodder to keep them going, but B, it means not losing to our rival like Hop here, who fortunately has picked Grookey, the one Pokemon out of the three that is no threat to Score Bunny. It's a bit weird that the rival does that, but Leon does still pick the remaining Sobble, which by the time we come to see him, we'll hopefully have a team that's built around destroying all of his Pokemon, his Charizard and his Sobble, and they won't be a threat to Cinderace hopefully by then, because we'll have built a decent team and planned for him. Now, I was quite concerned about this first battle against Hop, not because I think he's a threatening rival, but putting myself out there in front of a load of people playing this game on a if anyone dies, I'm out kind of rule, it suddenly hits home quite heavily when you go up against your rival that he's got two Pokemon, you've got one. If you accidentally press the wrong button, or he gets a critical hit at the wrong time, or just something unexpected and Pokemon-y happens, then you're out of luck. So I was quite relieved to see that Score Bunny could take out Wooloo very quickly. I should keep calling them Blaze. It's Blaze, not Score Bunny. Blaze smashed Wooloo there and learned a fire move, which immediately puts Grookey on the back foot. Now, it again seems mad to me that they would give him such a weakness, and Hop seems amazed that I would take advantage of such a weakness, but all bets are off at this point. This is a Nuzlocke, baby. He's kind of lucky he's not playing one, because he'd have been out at this first battle. But yeah, I'm very, very relieved to say that first battle number 1 out of the way. I didn't fail. I've still got my Pokemon, but obviously from here I need to go and sort out all the bits and pieces to allow me to go and catch more, so that I've actually got some barriers between me and utter failure. As you can probably imagine, there's going to be lots of times throughout this story where if I was to show you what happened between the scenes, it'd be 20 minutes of you sitting there watching a video unfold where they introduce all the characters and talk about what they're doing. But most of you probably already know the characters. So this is Sonia. She gives me the Rotom phone. She's going to upgrade my phone to be able to track Pokemon in the Pokedex and just tell me details about them and generally show me where I'm going, map and all that stuff. So you get that from her, and then off camera, Leon's given me a whole talk about how I should throw balls at Pokemon on Route 2 and the ball will jiggle and I'll catch them. All stuff that someone who's played Pokemon before would already know. So I've gone to Route 2 like I've been told to, and here is my first encounter. Yes, I really want a Corviknight. Something about it is just so cool. It's a great Pokemon, flying steel type. I can't obviously start trying to burn it to hell off the bat. I don't want to kill it. This is the exact thing that I talked about before, about it's the first Pokemon I've seen. It's the first Pokemon I bumped into, therefore I have to catch it. If I accidentally kill it now, it's gone. I can't catch anything in Route 2. So it's really important that I get this right. But if I take too long trying to catch it, then it's going to start killing my Pokemon. So it's a very fine balancing act of trying not to do it wrong. Luckily, it's low level. So throwing the ball is basically going in straight away. Now, as before, I'm very awkward at naming stuff. I've got a couple of names I like to do, but otherwise I put a lot of these to people who were watching me in the chat while I recorded it the first time. So I sent it to chat and they called Rookedy Nina, which I think is a pretty cool name. I felt like it really suited her. Now, again, being a Nuzlocke and me being slightly anxious as a person, I immediately realised that my Pokemon's half dead at this point. I've basically punched 7 bells out of Nina, and Blaze has taken a few hits. So straight to the Pokemon Center, get everyone healed up, and then I've got Route 1 to explore. I can go back to the beginning and catch a Pokemon there. turn my team from 2 to 3. So, I mean, they're not great Pokemon here. If I'm honest, my thought process was just get some people that I can throw in if things aren't looking too good. If I run into something that's a little bit too difficult to beat, then just throw them in the way and rescue Blaze at all costs. So I'm trying to find the perfect Pokemon to bump into here, and it's hard because I could ideally do. I can't remember. There's a fox, a fox type Pokemon that's pretty decent, and I thought I want that, but now I ended up with Wooloo, which I don't imagine you're going to go very far with me, Wooloo. I wouldn't have been too upset if I'd killed it in one go. Obviously, I want as many Pokemon as possible, but it's a Wooloo. It's a fan favorite because it's very cute, but only Hop wants to be taking one to the end battle here, not me. This Pokemon is firmly going to be, you've been thrown in, or if it survives to the end, it's going to survive to the end as someone who sits in my box. So I'm throwing the Pokeball because I have to, but ultimately there's no respect or love for Wooloo in this team. We catch him, and again, I go to chat for the name. We have some debate about what to call it because we're not sure whether it's going to be a major player in the team. We think it looks like a Graham, so ultimately that's what we call him. Graham the Wooloo, who we find out is actually a girl. Now, with 3 team members in place, I've got Graham, Nina, and Blaze. I need to start leveling people up a bit because out on that path of Route 2, there are bug catchers and other children who want to fight me and won't let me past unless I beat them. So I don't want to be beaten by a bug catcher. I don't want to be beaten by a child. I also don't want to be beaten by Hop, who I'm pretty sure is waiting at Sonia's nan's house to try and show me that he's better than the first battle made him look. Now, we all know, you and I both know, that he's nowhere near better than that battle made him look. He's terrible. And here he is again with his Wooloo, which he's managed to get from level 3 to level 6. He's managed to double the amount of levels that he's got. Whereas I've got Nina to level 10, just running around beating up squirrels and stuff. It doesn't take her many hits to kill a Wooloo. Her having this move that does a couple of nudges every time is pretty handy. And Graham's still just bumbling along, being pretty useless in the back. I got him to level 8, but he doesn't seem to have any moves worth using. He just likes to growl and roll, and I think he even has some sort of move that makes his defense go up a bit, but it's like, well, what use is that? We just need to attack at this point. So, yeah, Blaze v Grookey is always going to be a one-sided battle. They are they're not enemies. They're not even rivals. It's just she's just going to set fire to him whenever she sees him. We have both got a Rookidee though, which is interesting. Now, I obviously leveled mine up, put some effort into it, and I don't think Hop is interested in that kind of thing because his is a full half of my levels. His level 5 versus my level 11. I forgot she leveled up there as well. So it's not much of a competition. He's not much of a rival. And Leon asked us to battle so he could learn, but I'm not really convinced that he learned very much from that at all. If he did, he's not that good of a champion. Now that all the battling is out of the way and we're basically free to go about our business, we're on the train to the wild area, which is by far and away the best new thing that they've added to Pokemon games in a long time. I absolutely love it. There are wild level 60 Pokemon roaming around that could just destroy you in an instant if you bump into them. You can literally go anywhere within it. The only thing that restricts you is the fact that you have to have a certain Pokemon badge to be able to run Pokemon at a certain level. It's all just absolutely dangerous and wild. It's very Wild West. It's very open space, and it just makes the game feel massive. I know there are a few complaints about this from people because it's a little bit enclosed, but it just felt like you could spend hours in there. Now, it is a bit of a worry, obviously, with the fact that my Pokemon die permanently. I need a bit of a backup. Unfortunately, this lady here gives us some Pokédolls, which allow us to just, chuck one in and then run away from the battle, which is very handy because that was something that was in the back of my mind. I forgot she was there. I also forgot these two were here with their Let's Go experience. They give us a free Eevee, which is always useful for cannon fodder. We looked at it and gave it the name Mooch because we thought it looked like a mooch. And there we are, away we go, an extra member of the team, which means if we're ever in a fix, we can chuck them in. Although we found that they can't actually evolve, which makes it a little bit less useful at this point in the game. But it's there if we need it. Very handy. So finally, we're in the wild area, and we can basically run from bit to bit, catching a new Pokemon in each section now. What I don't want to do is use up all of my Pokemon in the first bit here. I want to catch a few ready for Gym 1 and 2, which are the Grass and Water Gym. But beyond that, the weather's going to change. It's not always going to be snowing here, so we don't want to catch a load of snowy weather Pokemon and then find that when we're on Gym 3, 4, or 5, we haven't really got a very good team that's suitable. I plan to just keep the team nice and tight, get some people that can do it. Blaze is hopefully going to wipe through the grass gym with fire moves anyway, but you never know when they might have an ace up their sleeve that prepares for Blaze. So I just want to make a beeline here for the first Vanillite that I see. Now, we're hoping that Vanillite's not weak to any moves that Nina has, because I know that Blaze will just wipe it. Everything that Blaze has got at this point is either fire type or just a little bit too strong for Vanillite. It's level 10. Nina's a close level. I was still petrified that doing any kind of attack on it would hurt it. The weather in this area is also a bit of a nightmare for us, because if Nina gets a critical hit that knocks her down to like 5 points, then the hail could actually end up killing her. We do not want weather to be a reason we lose a Pokemon in this. That would be outrageous. These moves, like Astonish as well, were freaking me out. It's completely reckless now. Everything's an unknown. I don't know what moves these Pokemon have. In theory, I could have gone and learned, but that kills some of the fun, really. I don't want to be saying, oh, I know it's only level 10, it will do this much damage. I just want to see what happens. We caught it, so that was a result. We're now double armed for the grass gym. If Blaze was to do the unthinkable and fall at the first hurdle, we can throw out our Vanillite and they'll be able to kind of save the day. Now, I'm hoping it doesn't come to that, but you just don't know, really. So getting the move double kick was very handy as well. Giving him literally a double kick means we're getting sort of 2 goes for the price of 1. That means that Blaze become much more helpful Pokemon at this point. And our team's gone from 3 to 4. Everyone called him Mr. Whippy. Not the most original name, but he's an ice cream. If you see an ice cream, you call him Mr. Whippy. So I got a bit cocky here and thought, right, we've got one. Let's go straight to the next area and catch what's there. It was raining, so I thought, again, electric Pokemon, perfect. We've got a water gym coming up after the grass gym. We all agreed that Electrike would be a good shout. So we went straight for one. We took a little bit of debate, and then we went straight for this one once he finally came out. Now, I realised again Nina's flying type, so Nina would have been destroyed. So I sent Blaze out, and I thought Blaze will be able to weather it. We can do a couple of attacks and then throw a ball at it, and it will go in. It did a reasonable amount of damage the first go, so what we're talking about 10 damage there, and you thought, okay, it can hit me 3 times and probably be okay. But it wasn't playing ball. This is the first time we've had a Pokemon that hasn't really wanted to go in, and suddenly Blaze is in the orange, and I'm thinking, I really don't want to lose my starter at this point in the game. So we're suddenly wasting goes on potions potentially, or we're throwing another Pokemon out. And as I mentioned, Nina can't really go out. She's just going to get lightning bolted and go straight down. So the only other option we've really got is Graham. Mooch is there, but Mooch doesn't have any attacks other than a quick attack, and Mr. Whippy just didn't seem much use. So there's much debate here on what to do, and I just think ultimately we end up throwing out Graham because he's probably the most expendable member of the team. We haven't quite figured out at this point that Mooch was unable to evolve, so whilst I didn't count Mooch in the original 4 earlier on when I was commenting about getting Mr. Whippy, I didn't realise how useless Mooch was. So Graham was Mr. Expendable, and we thought 2 balls sorted. No, absolutely not. Now this thing just keeps howling and making its attack go up and up and up, which again is a massive red flag. So we're throwing ball after ball, thinking surely it'll howl or use Leah and Graham will live to fight another day. And when we get it in the ball, we'll just laugh and say, oh, we shouldn't have done that. But I don't have anything better than a Pokeball to use, and I'm just thinking surely it's low enough level that it should just go straight in. 3 rolls there and no, it jumps out. Outrageous. So we're really, really pushing it to the limit. He's used 2 attack raises, a defense lowerer on Graham. Now, I'm flicking through looking for options, and I made a catastrophic mistake here. I thought a Pokédoll was like a substitute, that it went out, it took the hit, and then you could have another go. Turns out that's not the case. You just ran away from your Pokemon. meaning you can no longer catch Pokemon in East Lake Axwell, you moron, Sheepdog. So yeah, I'm out of luck completely here. I can't catch Pokemon in here. I was furious. So we kind of went around just beating up everything we could find, leveling up. I didn't want this to happen again. I was absolutely fuming. We'd lost our decent electric Pokemon that would be able to get us through the second gym. And Blaze was basically going to get annihilated if I put her out there in Gym 2 against Water. So we were just trying to level everyone up. And thankfully, Pokemon Shield has the built in experience share feature. You can't turn it off. So it means while Blaze is doing double kicks to kill all these Stuffles left, right, and centre, everyone else in the team is getting a nice, juicy experience boost, getting them further up, getting them stronger without putting them in harm's way. I was also delighted to see that we were at the point where Blaze become a raw boot, which was a fantastic level up. It means that we're ready for the grass gym. I think at this point we should just get cracking. She's probably going to just annihilate him and move us on to Gym 2 quite quickly. So we decide to start making a run for it there. And then it occurs to me that we could actually go to a different area around the corner and potentially get another Pokemon there. So we're lucky to find it's raining and there's another Electrike. So I went straight to him and the battle ensued. We figured that this is an old score. We've got to settle with this species now. Me and Electrike have beef. I tried to take one of them down and they scared me off. This could be the very same one. I'm going to assume that it is because they're the same level. They're in the same area. Maybe he's followed me around. He's got a score to settle with me. I've got a score to settle with him. So here we are battling it out. I've thrown Blaze in, but the damage is worrying. It's still doing a decent amount on me, which makes me think it'll make an excellent member of the party if we catch it. Because look, he's taking down the big dog Blaze, so it's going to take down the water gym leader with ease. So this is actually the fourth Pokeball I end up throwing. It was very touch and go, but as you can see, it ends up going straight in after 4. And here we are. We've got one. But at what cost? We lost our Doll. We almost lost Graham. It was a very risky one. I'm very, tense at this point because I'm thinking this could have ruined the entire thing. So we debate what name to call it, and we go for Bungle because he almost bungled up the Nuzlocke at the very beginning. So things are looking pretty good from here. We've got a team of 6. I've got 2 that I don't mind losing if push comes to shove. I've got my future Corviknight. I've got the ice type and the fire type ready for the grass gym, and I've got an electric type ready for the water gym. I think there's a few more routes between us and them, but the team's looking pretty good. We're ready to start pushing towards Gym 1. But not before we've had a quick fight with Team Yell and watched the opening ceremony straight after. So these guys have got a Nickit, which was the fox Pokemon I wanted to get earlier on when I ended up with Graham. I'm not even sure they're that good. I just thought it might be a bit cooler than Graham was. Because I've got dark type Pokemon and we've got a move that double kicks, they are pretty easy at this point. I mean, Hop just stands around making his defense rise while I kick their heads in. And I figure that's going to be how it goes anytime we pair up. So we made short work of them. They're done and dusted, and we're able to just crack on with wrapping things up. Really, we've got the opening ceremony, and then we're going to plan on heading towards the remaining routes to get to Gym 1 and hopefully get our first badge sorted. So while Chairman Rose introduces himself and the gym leaders that I'll be battling throughout this Nuzlocke, I'm just going to wrap things up by saying thank you very much for watching video 1, part 1 of the Nuzlocke. There's 4 more coming out. I've got part 2 ready and loaded for you to go straight into if you want to. So that'll come up at the end of the video for you to click on. The parts 3, 4, and 5 I'll release on a schedule. I'll do them 1 a week over the next few weeks. Just as I said before, hit subscribe, you'll get a notification when they come out, if anything changes, that kind of thing. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter at Sheepdog6k. I game on Twitch every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So if you wanted to see me play live, you can come over there and hang out with us. I'd also like to do a quick shout out for Poppy Cartoons on Fiverr, who is responsible for making the amazing thumbnails that I use on these videos. I think they're outstanding. I basically sent them a picture of me and some descriptions of key events from the Nuzlocke and said, can you draw me? And this is what they come back with. I think they're brilliant. I'll put a link below for you to check them out. And that's the end of part 1 of the Nuzlocke. So let me know in the comments what you thought. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the series as well. Next one's out already, so make sure you go click that and give it a watch. And then I'll be releasing the next one next week. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you soon. Cheers.